I think, Victoria, there are two reasons here. One is that the invasion of Iraq led to the disbanding of the Iraqi army and the destruction of the Ba'ath Party, which was the governing party of Iraq. And so you suddenly had a whole bunch of highly disaffected Sunni Muslims, many of them with training in the use of weapons and in military strategy, who eventually have found their way to ISIS. That's point number one. Point number two, this is extremely important, is that one of the unintended consequences of the invasion of Iraq was actually to hand Iraq to the Iranian sphere of influence. And of course, Iran is the leading Shia Muslim state in the Middle East. And what we're witnessing now in the Middle East with ISIS, apart from anything else, is a civil war going on between the Shia sect of Islam and the Sunni sect of Islam. It's like Protestants and Catholics in Europe in the 17th century.
So is it down then to moderate Sunni Muslims to stand up to IS and say we don't want what you're doing?
Well, that is the argument that the Europeans use more in hope than in expectation. The fact of the matter is that the previous government in Baghdad, in Iraq, was highly biased towards the Shia Muslims and towards Iran. We have a new Prime Minister now, and we've invested a lot of hope in him that he will treat Sunni and Shia more evenly, because that is the only way to draw in, as you call them, moderate Sunni, into a battle against ISIS, the leading Sunni jihadists. Unfortunately, this isn't happening. And the problem for us in the West, the United States, for the UK, everybody who's taking part in the military operation, is that unless in Iraq, I'm not even talking about Syria now, which is another can of worms, but unless in Iraq the Sunni provinces of Western Iraq rise against ISIS, as they did against Al-Qaeda in, I think it was 2007, 2008, we are not going to win. We're on a loser here.
OK, so what should the Arab world do?
Well, I have always thought that the Western powers can't be more enthusiastic to defeat ISIS in the Middle East than the Arab powers themselves. So you look to Saudi Arabia, we include Turkey here, though they're not Arabs, of course. We include Jordan. All of them are Sunni Arabs. In fact, Saudi Arabia is the most important Sunni Arab country, and it is a mortal enemy of Iran, by the way, another complication. But so far you have to say that neither they nor the Sunnis of Iraq have really risen to the challenge. And there are all kinds of reasons for this. Meantime, we, the UK, the United States, the Australians, the others who are taking part in the aerial campaign, are caught like, how can I put it, jam in a sandwich between these warring factions and interests.